Alrighty, good day everybody. Just having a quick cup of coffee, having a day off today. Here's me riding along on my mountain bike. Went out for a bit of a blast yesterday. I enjoy getting out on the mountain bike now and again. It's just good fun, you know. You get to jump up and down the curbs and on the path a lot of the time. This is an evening ride for me. It's still lighter than it was dark by the time I got back. I did about 37 k's, burnt about 1500 calories, and had a good old ride. I like it. I just enjoy it, you know. It's good fun. I don't have the Garmin switched on. I have none of that. I just have the phone in my back pocket with the Strava app on, and I go and just enjoy the ride. It's just nice, you know. I don't stop anywhere. It's not a leisurely ride. When I go out on the mountain bike, I'm giving it a bit. So I averaged, let me just have a look. Averaged on this 255 estimated average power, because I haven't got a power meter, so Strava just estimate my my power output. Did an hour and 25 minutes at 37 k's, averaged 26 k's an hour, and burnt 1466 calories. So it was good. It was a midweek session. It was great, you know. And the good thing about it is it relieves the stress from work and life, you know. I come in yesterday, I was a little bit stressed, you know. I'd had a big day, got things going on, all the rest of it. And when you're like that, if you get out on the bike, it makes you feel a million times better. It doesn't have to be the bike. You can go for a run or a swim. I think it's just or go and lift some weights. I think it's just the fact that you've exerted your body. It gives you a lift. It definitely gives you a lift. I don't know. They say it releases some hormones in your body or something, I don't know. But it works for me anyway. So give it a good go. But anyway, I've been asked this question before, and I was asked the other day, you know, about how to get into losing weight and then maintaining it and keeping it off. Look, for me, it was cycling that did it for me. Yeah, I've always loved cycling. I did heaps of cycling when I was younger as a kid, and then I left it for years, obviously 20 odd years, and I got back into it through a mate of mine. Kept on at me about getting a bike. Got a bike and hooked and loved it. It was great fun, and I still enjoy it now. So I go out on my weekend rides with the lads, and I still enjoy going out on solo rides and that as well. But it's just good fun, and once you lose the weight, like I lost 20 kilos and I've kept it off. Yeah, I've kept that 20 kilos on, and I feel a million times better for having got rid of all that weight. And some people say to me, but you never needed to lose the weight. You know, you look fine as you were. And some people say to me, you're too skinny. But that's the thing, isn't it? That's the misconception with society today. You know, I think what we've come to accept as normal is maybe not quite as normal. So if you've got a bit of a gut on you and you're a bit thicker set, people go, you look healthy. Yeah, and I used to get that all the time. You look healthy, but once I dropped the weight, 20 kilos is a lot of weight to lose. You know, people go, you're all right. You don't look right. But you know, well, come and follow me up a hill, or come and have a run with me. You know, let's go and do something. Let's go and exert ourselves and see how long you last. So I think the concept of what is right and what is wrong in society these days as far as weight goes is all a bit skew-with. That's my take on it anyway, and that's only from comments I've had from people I know, not new people I meet, because they didn't see me before when I was 20 kilos heavier, so they just look at me and think, yeah, okay, here you are, that's it. There's no judgment, whereas when it's people you have known and then you haven't seen them for a few months and then you've dropped a lot of weight and then you see them and they go, are you dying? I've had that. People actually said to me, well, they haven't said directly to me, but they said to my wife after they've seen me, is he alright? Has he got cancer? Can you believe someone said, has he got cancer? I mean, so anyway, that is just the way it is. That's just society, and I think that can hold you back and that can suppress your want for losing weight and then maintaining that weight loss, okay? And you have to get over that. So it's a mental thing as much as it's a physical thing, and you have to get out and do the exercise, the hard work. It comes down to hard work at the end of the day, and it depends on how much exercise you want to put in, how much effort you want to put in, as to how much weight you'll lose and to get to the point you want to get to. So you have to get mentally in the right space, and you've got to forget the critics. You've got to put all that to one side and carry on with your path. Do what you want to do. Like for me, it was get stronger and more powerful on the bike, which I've done. I've proved that on lots of my videos. You know, if you've looked at some of them from the past to where I am now, heaps more powerful, put out lots more power, and can keep going for longer without tiring. That was my goal, and you need a goal as well to get to. And the other thing is, you've got to monitor what you're eating. You can't keep eating the shit food. You just can't. You can't keep stuffing down that all the bars of chocolate, all the crisps, all the rest. I mean, I do now and again. I admit I like my treats now and again, but don't forget, I'm burning a stack of calories all the time. I'm doing a lot of exercise. I'm on my total gym doing upper body stuff. You know, I go for runs. I'm on the mountain bike. I do my weekend rides. I'm not just doing 20k's and stuff and then have a coffee. Don't forget, we're doing 100k's. You know, 120k's. Like yesterday, I did 37k's on the mountain bike. That was going hard. Like I'm bouncing along here. You know, I'm averaging 26k's an hour. Go and give it a go. Go and give it a go. Do 37k's, 40k's, and try and average 26k's an hour on a mountain bike. Big, massive, knobbly, chunky tyres, big, heavy bike. Go and give it a go, and you'll see that I'm not dawdling around. Right? I'm constantly churning away on that. So that is what it comes down to, along with what you're eating. Best tip I can give anyone that wants to lose weight or get into getting fitter is, one, get the discipline you're into, whether it be swimming, cycling, running, whatever, and get a goal that you want to get to. You know, you might want to go, if it's on a bike, you might want to go and climb your local hill and get a bit quicker at it, alright? And each time you do it, you can get a bit faster. It takes a bit of time. It doesn't just happen in a month or 2 months or 3 months. It takes a while to lose it all and to get fit and get your cardio up. So don't expect it to be overnight. That was one of the things that at the start I wanted it to be straight away, but I soon realised that ain't the case. If you want to get ripped, you want to get a six-pack, whatever, it's going to take you months, even a year or so, to get to that point. It isn't going to happen straight away. Forget these videos you see, get a six-pack in 2 weeks. That's all BS. It ain't going to work. It won't happen. Full stop. It just takes a while. And the idea is you don't lose motivation to get to that point. Best thing I can say to you as well, if you're a driver like me, I'm out in my van a fair bit, you know, and I pull into the petrol station all the time. Don't buy anything out of a petrol station except petrol or diesel. It's easy when you're there, just about to pay, and they go, do you want the 2 bars of chocolate, 2 for 1, and the can of Coke, and the bag of chips? Right, and then at one time, before I got on the bike and that, before I started getting fit and that again, I'd have the bag of crisps between my legs as I'm driving along. I'd have a couple of bars of chocolates there, the can of Coke. You'd be slugging that back, having a bit of this, handful of crisps, and you'd be bombing along. You can't do that. That is the worst thing you can do. Just get in your head, same as the coffees, everything out of the petrol stations. Make it a rule right from now. The day you want to get fit, the day you want to start, you're not buying anything out of a service station except petrol or diesel. Just absolutely make that your goal. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, they all have the same bullshit offers, 2 for 1, get the chocolate, get this, get that. Don't buy it. Same as fast foods, just steer clear from it. And eventually, like now, I can't eat a whole bar of chocolate. As much as I like chocolate, to be honest with you, if I ate a Snickers bar, you know, halfway through it, I'd start to be, it doesn't taste as good. I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe my taste buds have changed over the last few years because I've dropped a lot of that stuff and I went onto a more healthy eating plan, you know. So that's what it did to me. Now I can't do that. I just can't sit there and stuff a load of chocolate down. I can have a bar of chocolate now and again, a couple of squares or something, but I certainly can't eat a whole lot. At one time, a big fruit and nut, dairy fruit and nut, I could eat the whole lot, but now a couple of squares max, because it just feels horrible. It doesn't even taste that great in your mouth, you know. Once you've had a bit of it, I don't know, it just doesn't taste good. Not for me anyway. You may not agree with that, but trust me, you give it a go, and I bet you after about 12 months, and then you go and try and eat a whole bar of chocolate, you'll go, this tastes like shit. And it really does. After a while, it does not taste that fresh. Healthier eating is definitely the best way to go. And you've got to combine that with your exercise. There's no point just getting your bike or going running and expecting to lose weight. There's plenty of fat cyclists out there, and what they're obviously doing something wrong, aren't they? You know, they've got the big massive beer gut, whatever, big gut there. What's going on? If they're doing the exercise on the bike, why have they still got a gut there? It's because they're putting the wrong stuff down their throat. That's it. At the end of the day, look, there's no polite way of saying it. You just have to be blunt on these things, and that is how it is. You have to combine the two. The two are like a marriage. You know, you've got your exercise, you've got your food, and they have to just click in and do it together. And what you find to eat may not be what I personally would have as a diet or would eat on a daily basis or whatever. You know, you have to just experiment. You've got to experiment. Don't just go, oh look, Jace gets up in the morning, he'll have his bowl of porridge, which I do, with my nuts and things on there and some seeds I sprinkle through it and a bit of honey, and I'll make my porridge with water, and then I'll put about half a cup of milk in there to cool it down and stuff, and mix it all in. You know, if it works for him, it'll work for me. No, not necessarily the case. You know, it will depend then on what you're doing for a job. Like, my job's fairly active. I'm on my feet all the time. I'm doing stuff, and if I'm not working, like today I'm having a day off. I've had enough. I'm having a day off, sorting all the guys out. But I'm going out to mow my lawn. I've got 2.5 acres I've got to mow. I've got some trees down the back that are down, and instead of me getting the chainsaw out, which I do this on a regular basis, instead of me getting the chainsaw out, I'm going to get my axe to it, and I'm going to chop the bleeding thing up with the axe. It's a massive upper body workout. You get an axe for an hour and sling it around, and you chop your trees up into little bits of wood that this big, 200mm long, so as you can stick them in the wood burner, and you see how much energy you burn. You burn a massive amount of calories doing that. So I'm not the sort of person that sits on my ass all the time. So I can consume a lot of food, which I do, but the food I'm consuming is generally pretty good. Okay, it's pretty good. It's healthy sort of food. Lots of fruits and veg, all that sort of stuff. Okay, but even that, if I was to eat just fruit and veg, but overeat fruit and veg and eat too much and not do any exercise, you're still going to put weight on. At the end of the day, it comes down to one thing. You eat 2,000 calories, but you only burn in a day 1,800 calories. You've got 200 excess. It's going to store somewhere as fat. That's all there is to it. So that is my take on it. You've got to be motivated. You've got to get a discipline in some sort of activity that you enjoy, because that will keep you going. That is the key to it. That will keep you going. You have to forget what the naysayers rabbit on about, and you look this, you look that, you should put weight on. You've got to put that to one side and keep your goal in mind, and you've got to eat properly. And you've got to do a lot of this. Get out on the bike and enjoy it.